Hi, Annie from the Kinderready program here with our fourth Parent Talk Chat based on the parenting program by Moorman. Again, check out his books. When things open back up again, hopefully there'll be a workshop near you that you can get more complete information about this program. But hopefully these tips will help you in this time of staying at home and spending so much time with your children. This fourth topic is going to be about helping children and us realize we have more options than we think we have. You are here today because you are looking for more choices and more options on how to get along and communicate effectively with your children. So there are many more sessions to come. You have more choices than you think you do when it comes to how you're going to talk and parent your children. So hopefully these help you with some extra ways to do that in a positive manner. I'm doing these videos during the time of safer at home and shelter in place orders all around the nation. And some of the things I see are exactly about what this is about. And it's about people being connected and staying connected in so many ways that they wouldn't have thought of had they not been forced into being isolated. We need the connection with other people, and because we need it, we're going to make it happen. And so this program is not about how to stay socially connected with all the people in your life at a time when you can't be physically near them, but take a look around you and just notice all the different ways that people have come up with to do just that. If you need any kind of reason to believe that this statement and this technique is one that can be very, very powerful for you, for your children. This idea that there's hope and that we can figure it out is part of what makes us resilient. And we want our children to be resilient. We want our children to know they have the capacity in themselves to solve problems. And this is one of the best statements you can do to help them get that. So when kids come to you with problems and they seem really stuck, you can just say things like, what other choices are there? What else could you do to solve this problem? You have more options than you think you do. So those are all three ways that this can work. So for example, with really young children, one of the things they come to you and they say, I'm bored. There's nothing to do. And of course, we know they have a whole house full of toys. But as a parent, I've been there and I've done this. I've said, well, why don't you play with your dolls? Did that. Why don't you read some books? Did that yesterday. So when I give them a choice, they don't like it. They say no. And this is a time when instead of, if you give them the option, like we talked about in one of the other videos, you can play with your dolls or you can play with your blocks. And we talked about how when kids say, but I don't want to, you can say the choice is blocks or dolls. But in this case, that doesn't really work because there's probably 50 other toys in the house they could play with that would be perfectly good options. And so instead of insisting on the two options we've already said, we can say, you've got a whole house full of toys. Look for something you haven't played with in a while. See what you can find. And that would open up there's lots of options. Go see what you can find. So that gives them some encouragement to look a little farther, dig a little deeper. As kids get older, some of their problems are more complex, and you may or you may not have an answer for them. But the idea that they can take some time and think about it are really important concepts for them to learn. So you can say things like, wow, that problem is kind of tough. I'd feel kind of stuck right now if I were you too. But I found out that there's a variety of options and choices if we just take some time to think about it and consider things. And so it validates that they feel stuck, and it validates that this is a tough spot to be in, but it also gives the hope that there's a way to figure this out. So hopefully, as you move forward, and you will find many ways to include this particular technique as you go forward with your kids. And stay safe and have fun. Bye.